Welcome to the Relationship Workout for Men podcast. This episode is just a preview of what you'll find in the full Relationship Fitness for Men program. If you're serious about building a stronger, happier relationship, check out relationshipfitness.com to access all episodes, plus tools to assess and improve the quality of your relationship and your very own on-demand and private AI relationship coach. Visit relationshipfitness.com to learn more.
Welcome to Relationship Workout for Men, a podcast dedicated to helping men be intentional in choosing a better partner and being a better partner for the person they choose. Season 13, Episode 1, Words That Connect. Next, we turn our attention to exploring Relationship Workout Core Area number 12, Communication, discussing how to answer the foundational question, can you two discuss and resolve issues without drama? So why is communication a core strength area? Well, the answer is simple, right? Issues inevitably come up in all relationships. It can be difficult or even impossible to resolve them if you two can't communicate effectively. Effective communication ultimately finds mutually agreeable resolution to issues with minimal to no drama and conflict. Put another way, if you can't discuss and resolve issues without a lot of conflict and drama, well, then you're at risk of having a very troubled relationship. Yes, I think everyone innately understands this to be true and a rather obvious point. I also think it's fair to say that communications is a very rich topic with lots of material to cover. Therefore, we're devoting 3 seasons to discussing communications. In this season, Season 13, Relationship Workout Communication Basics, we'll discuss 10 basic communication insights everyone would do well to understand, laying the foundation for being a stronger communicator. In Season 14, Relationship Workout Communication Skills, we'll discuss 10 communication skills you can deploy to be a better communicator, leveraging the 10 communication basics. Then in Season 15, 10 communication topics, we'll apply communication basics and skills discussed in Seasons 13 and 14 to talk through a real-life relationship situation I actually experienced, applying 10 potential topics to discuss when having what can be a difficult conversation. Okay, with that as an organization, let me make another perhaps obvious point, although a point I didn't realize well into my 40s. It can be rather humbling to realize how little we men know about being a strong communicator, much less how to put this knowledge into real-world execution to discuss the tough stuff with our intimate partners. Put another way, although everyone innately understands effective communication is important to any healthy relationship, the trick is how to be a strong communicator, especially during what turn out to be difficult conversations, oftentimes just easier said than done. It happens, an event that makes most men cringe. You hear the dreaded words from her tense mouth, "We need to talk." Ugh. Or she has done or not done something that just pisses you off. Like a broken record on constant scratching rewind, your head fills with negativity. Now what? Do you sit down and tell her why you're upset, or you just keep it to yourself? Meanwhile, your mind just keeps spinning. Yes, an inevitable issue hits you like a bag of rocks to the gut. If your relationship is new, then perhaps until now, you two have been romping through those first honeymoon weeks, basking in the after-sex, sweat-laden sheets. Great fun, great connection, great sex. You may even be describing her as your soulmate, or at a minimum, your buddies may be wondering where you disappeared to. Then bam, the first conflict emerges. Or, if you've been in the relationship for a while, perhaps this issue is just one of a string of disagreements you two have been dealing with for quite some time. Perhaps you're even feeling like finally throwing in the towel. She may be sexy and great in bed, but enough is enough. Or she may very well be saying the same thing about you. Or perhaps the sheets cooled off long ago and issues keep piling up, unresolved, pushing you two emotionally further and further apart. Regardless, every relationship, whether young and fresh or relatively old and on the verge of being busted, you two will have to deal with issues. This means you two will have to talk and figure out what's going on. In fact, until someone perfects the art of mind reading, signals inevitably will get crossed. And unless you two are complete clones of each other, experiencing every one of life's moments from the womb to the present in exactly the same way, then differences of opinion will exist. So now what? Yes, of course, we all know that effective communication is important for any healthy relationship, yet have you ever really thought about what it means to be a strong communicator? Did your mother or father sit you down and explain the keys to effective communication? Well, probably not. Have you taken classes on how to be a better communicator in your intimate relationship? Well, probably not. Have you ever had to talk about issues with a partner only to find the discussion escalates into an argument, leaving you both feeling exhausted and disconnected from each other? Probably so. Regardless, do you feel absolutely confident that you can apply strong communication techniques to every difficult conversation you might encounter? The thing is, how you two communicate during those potentially challenging conversations marks perhaps one of the most fundamental tests for a strong partnership. Do you two communicate in a way that is comfortable for both of you, ultimately leading to mutually agreeable resolutions, or do disagreements tend to spiral into tense arguments or resentment, far too often not resolving anything? After this season and the next two following, my hope is you will pick up or brush up on at least a few to many insights to help you be a stronger communicator in your relationship. But before discussing the first communication basic, I'd like to remind you of an adage most of us heard said ourselves as kids, and that is, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." Remember that? Well, what happened? When we were kids just goofing on the playground, these words easily rolled off our tongues in courageous defiance, unless, of course, the other kid was a lot bigger than you. And then we grew up, fell in love, and something somewhat strange happened. Words from our person started to hurt us. We seem to grant our lovers a menu of things they can say or do that can drive pain directly into our chests, as if they are 250-pound NFL running backs headed north to south with us squarely in their paths. What gives? Words are only words, actions are only actions, no bones need to break. Regardless of what she may say, keep her cool. Don't let words hurt you. If you do, you'll just expose your soft underbelly vulnerabilities. Besides, even if she calls you the biggest ass on the planet, you'll live. Not to mention, perhaps she has a point. Maybe you do need to clean up your act a bit, and her hostility is a last attempt to breach some kind of kindness into that stubborn skull of yours. So on that note, let's turn our attention to relationship workout communication basic number 1. Men and women are different, the topic of our next episode.
Thanks for listening. To listen to all episodes in this season, visit relationshipfitness.com. There, you'll find not only a complete library of episodes, but also aligned playbook articles, tools designed to help you assess, improve, and manage the quality of your relationship, and your very own AI relationship coach to get private, on-demand coaching whenever you need it. Go to relationshipfitness.com to start transforming your relationship today for more fun and less drama.